Hi ladies, it's Pamela again. Today what I want to talk about is purity. Now, I know it's 2017 and we're liberated women. The sexual revolution has separated sex from reproduction. We got birth control, we got friends with benefits, we've got all kinds of different situations today. But ladies, I want you to know, men are still men. They're still hardwired. They still have the same ideas about women and purity as they did 100 years ago. Maybe not as strict, but believe me, it's not fair, but women are judged much more harshly as far as our sexual activity than men are. And believe it or not, a lot of you women are doing your thing, you're sexually active, and then you're wondering why you can't maintain a steady boyfriend, or why you haven't found a husband. Well, unfortunately, like I said, women are judged much more harshly than men. And what I'm trying to tell you is you're going to have to learn to keep your legs closed. I know you don't want to hear that. I sound like your mom. I don't even know if your mom's telling you that, but I'm telling you the truth about it. The more sexual partners you have in a man's eyes, the lower your value. The sooner you allow him to have sex with you, the lower your value. I know it's not fair, but this is just how it is. Now, I have to tell you a little bit about myself. I was married for quite a long time. I'm divorced. I went through a period of 7 years of being celibate. Now, I'm not telling you that you have to do that, but not having relationships does a couple things. First of all, it allows you to learn how to be by yourself and comfortable in your own skin. For me, it was a time that I learned my relationship with God deepened tremendously. And that's one of the keys. Your relationship with God has a lot to do with being able to not allow every man in your panties, okay? It really does. Because a lot of us are looking for that love. We're looking for love. And I think society has told us that's what men are looking for. And, sex is important. Now, don't get me wrong. It is very important. But when you're allowing too many people to get into your house, the house value depreciates. So it really does help. One, if you've been through a series of relationships and you don't know what is going wrong, to step back and reevaluate. Why are you in these relationships? Are you allowing men to use you for sex? Easy sex, cheap sex has been the downfall of many women. Many women. You're still being judged. I know it's not fair. You're still being judged by men. And it would help, if you've gone through a series of relationships and you don't know what's going on, to take a break. Take a break. Have a time of celibacy. Have a time where you're developing your relationship with God. Let him change you. Let him love you. You know, pray, read the word, fast, have a sexual fast. It is going to do you so good. Now, even, you know, my belief system is Christian based, but even if you're not a Christian, having a break from relationships will do you so much good. So you can develop your inner person, whether it's getting more education or learning to be at peace with yourself, not having to have someone around all the time. Believe me, that causes a lot of internal changes, and it gives you time to think about, hey, what's really going on with me? Why do I behave like this? Why do I always need a man around me? And it's this, you know, going from relationship to relationship, or having sex that has no meaning. Is that really fulfilling? You know, sometimes it takes a moment for us to have reflection, and it's hard to reflect when you're always in a relationship. So ladies, this is one of the biggest things, and maybe one of the hardest things to do, is to step back from relationships, take a sexual fast, grow your relationship with God, let him love you, or even just love yourself. Do some self-reflection, you know, and there's a lot of time and energy that goes with relationships, and sometimes we need to improve ourselves to attract the type of relationship that we really want. You know, whether it's learning to be by ourselves, to be comfortable in our own skin, to let the love of God grow in us, and let that be part of your allure. So ladies, this is for your own good. I'm just telling you, I'm being real. You don't have to go as long as I did being celibate, years and years, but it was one of the best things I ever did, having a break from relationships, not worrying about sex, not worrying about the repercussions of sexual activity. It's such a good thing, and it does grow your value. It makes a man think that you can be loyal, that you're not just going to let anybody in. And this is a very valuable asset to men. Yes, even in 2017, this is a very, for your own self-esteem. You build your self-esteem when you're choosy, when you're like, hey, not everybody can touch this. I don't let everybody in. All right? And then the men notice this, and you become the prize. I know it sounds old-fashioned, but this is how men think. I'm just being real. So lady, take a break from the sex, take a break from the relationships, and develop your relationship with God. Develop your relationship with yourself. You know, whether it's for 6 months, a year, 2 years. As long as you feel that you need. Now, once you go back into relationships after having that break, you will know that you're a different person. You know, how you feel about yourself will be different. And during that time, you can also think about what you really want. And then don't settle. You know, if you don't have to go for every relationship, you don't have to go for every time a man approaches you. You know, just because someone's interested in you, you don't have to have that man. You don't, you know, the point is to get to the point where you are not desperate, because men can smell desperation a mile away, and they take advantage of women like that. So if you're tired of being used for sex, just stop. Don't have it. Take a break for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. You don't have to go as long as me, like I said, but you'll be happy that you did. All right, ladies. See you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.